Nike has called Kaepernick, quote, one of the most inspirational athletes of this generation.
So as with the boycott of Nike, well, it's well underway already. Nike was clearly betting that the positive would outweigh the negative of using Kaepernick as the face of the company. But now the question is not whether Nike is sustaining damage from its decision, rather how much damage, how deep is down. Joining me now from Reston, Virginia, from the Media Research Center, director of MRCTV, Eric Scheiner. Eric, I think this is, again, one of the greatest miscalculations since a ship that was named the Titanic was christened as unsinkable. I think that Nike has got to figure out a way to reverse this and probably offer a mea culpa at the same time.
They may have to look into doing that. I mean, you said how far down can they go with this? Stocks were reported down this morning. People are on the internet burning their Nike shoes and their Nike apparel. And, you know, even on social media, just the presence that Nike has is being mocked. You know, people are pointing out, and rightfully so, you know, maybe Pat Tillman, the one who turned down a $500,000 contract from the Arizona Cardinals and to join the U.S. Army after 9/11 and who died in 2004. Maybe he should have been the spokesperson who sacrificed everything, not Colin Kaepernick. And also on social media, it doesn't help when the former Iranian dictator Mahmoud Ahmadinejad comes out in support of you saying, boy, it's too bad that Colin Kaepernick's not on a team. He's out on social media. In fact, Senator Ted Cruz even pounced upon this one. He says, you know, when an anti-Semite and anti-American dictator agrees with you, perhaps you're on the wrong side of this issue. And that's exactly where Nike is finding themselves.
Yeah, how about, I think that's a great point about Pat Tillman. And there is a man who did sacrifice it all and did probably wear at some point Nike shoes. How about that, Nike? Now, in Arizona, which Tillman, I believe, played for the Cardinals at one point, we now know the replacement for John McCain. It's also a gentleman by the name of Jon.
Yeah, Jon Kyl, former Senator Jon Kyl, who served from 95 to 2013, has been announced by Governor Ducey in Arizona to fill the seat of McCain. He's only going to fill it till 2020, and then there will be a special election that will be held to finish it out to the end of McCain's term, which would have been to 2022. Jon Kyl's ready. One of the things that was mentioned at his announcement by the governor is that Kyl has been working with the White House on Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh's nomination and helping Kavanaugh out. So that'll be one of the first things he'll be able to do, most likely, is to vote for Kavanaugh when the time comes. And as we all know, it's kind of a sync in timing today with the Kavanaugh hearing.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll expedite the swearing in. Now, the next door neighbor state, California, to Arizona, they're now dictating, lawmakers are now dictating who should serve on boards of directors.
This is interesting. This comes from California lawmakers. They passed a bill that would require a woman to be on the board of publicly traded companies, putting gender above all other issues of diversity. I guess gender is the most important one. They decided, and they decided that they will mandate, and you will be punished if you're a publicly traded company that does not have a woman on your board. You will be punished by the state. That's in the bill. And of course, those that favor this measure say, well, if it doesn't have teeth, it won't be enforced. But not only that, by the 2021 calendar year, the bill requires that you have 2 female directors if you have 5 members on your board, and 3 female directors if there's 6 or more directors. Now, the California Chamber of Commerce is speaking out against this. A number of California trade associations, the California Truckers Association among them, speaking out against this. If this is signed into law by Governor Jerry Brown, this is sure to undergo a legal challenge. But again, the real question is, why gender above all other diversity issues? And 2, why does the government get to tell you how you have a board that runs your company? And those are the 2 issues that are really going to be looked at.
Well, the answer is because it's California. And secondly, this is just the beginning. This is just the crack of the door. And they're going to go right in. They're going to be dictating everything in these boards. And it's just giving these companies that happen to still reside in California, they're giving these companies another reason to say, see you later. Eric, thanks.